Here is our first look at the brand new content coming to the Illuvium MMO-Lite. Now, Illuvium just revealed what they've been working on behind the scenes in a series of high-quality leaks of what we can expect. It's still hard to grasp exactly what mechanics will go into the game, but with these leaks, we can finally start to accurately speculate on the new gameplay loops that await us in Illuvium. Not only do we see the new environment additions, combat animations, and much more, but the level design for the vertical slice has also been revealed. Not this footage, but there's more to come, and we can now discuss what comes next for this chapter of Illuvium. Okay, to get you warmed up, please let me quickly cover the upcoming arena updates and leaks, and then we'll get into the MMO-Lite leaks and the vertical slice for the game. The first one I've got for you right here is a tentacle slam, which I think is a Leviathan. TSG thinks it is an Ophisto tentacle. Let me know down below what you think it is. But really with this one, content is king. So when this thing properly goes to market, this stuff will be important to help retention of the arena game. The other one we can see here is the Goliath Beetle Drone Blast. We can see more of it on this video right here. At the end of the battle when the Drone Blast kicks off, much of this SFX is likely being used across multiple games in the Illuvium ecosystem as well. Once they've got the SFX for something like a Drone Blast, they can easily just port that over into the MMO-Lite. So it will not be wasted on the MMO-Lite, which is really cool, and it's a very impressive animation, of course. The other one we've got right here is the placement VFX for the arena, and we've seen that these little 1%ers have done a lot of good for the arena so far to make it feel the way it feels and really feel polished and clean. A game cannot go on mobile until it is clean, snappy, and polished, and things like these little VFX adjustments really help get that. Now, don't forget that we will check out the vertical slice footage very soon. So please like and subscribe for more. Use my referral code, and you can currently earn ILV from playing the arena and the Beyond leaderboards. So I recommend giving that a shot. Now we get onto some of the MMO-Lite leaks. The first one I've got is from something called a bulker. It's simply a walking animation, but it's really great to see that new enemies are coming into the MMO-Lite. They're coming into the game, and they're going to make it feel fun and fresh, which is really important. We've got a nice running animation as well. Really, we need some danger to come into the overworld. That's something we've needed for a very long time, and we can see that we're finally getting that in the form of new content, which is really good. These list animations are really cool as well. We can see its Omega ability as it attacks the player. Does that mean that these creatures are going to have regular attacks and an Omega ability that they're going to activate at different times or different points during the battle? I don't know. All I do know is that that's really, really interesting. We also see some different apparel in the game, which is really cool to see. Absolutely love this leak as well. But you can see these things are starting to be added into the game for the MMO-Lite. The other leak we've got is the hit reactions. You can see they're adding hit reactions to the different alluvials. I think this is one plug and play sort of thing that they just add and all the alluvials get it at once. So really, really cool. But you can see that alluvial combat is starting to come. And really, these are important things to give the MMO-Lite gameplay started, get the combat started, which is going to be a really core component of having the MMO-Lite feel good and feel fun. And now we get to the vertical slice footage. Let's have a look. You can see they run through this room here. I don't know if enemies will be in here, but we'll annotate this a little bit. Giant empty room. I do hope they fill in this one a little bit more, but looks pretty cool for the most part. Everything has a massive amount of scale in the Illuvium universe, so I absolutely love that. Another small chamber they're walking through. Now, if this was procedurally generated, it'd be sick. Some sort of like labyrinth that's random every time you enter it. I would personally really love that. I don't know if you guys feel the same. This part here is really, really important. Some sort of giant Colosseum combat room. Now, I don't believe the boss is in this room. That's fine. But you will likely fight waves of enemies in this room, or maybe even in the past room as well, before you fight the boss. That's my big speculation for the day. Do you agree with me? Let me know down in the comments down below. You can see after this that they enter the final room, the boss room, with a giant hole in the ceiling. So either you jump on that platform and get raised up into probably similar to what we saw with that Doka getting beat on, or the platform comes down and with the boss on it and forms that room right there. I'm a big fan of the platform coming down sort of thing. I'm a big Crash Bandicoot player when I was back in the day, but I suspect you're going to get on it and it's going to lift up. Perfectly fine as well. Anyways, very, very cool. That is the fly through of the vertical slice. They don't reveal the boss itself and the fight, but I can tell you for a fact that Kieran has fought the boss inside an internal development build. So it really is not long before we see it included here in upcoming leaks on the Going Hyper podcast. The space in this vertical slice looks very empty for now. I don't think that's all that important. If you can fight a bunch of Illuvials, fight a boss, that's a fun gameplay loop. I don't give a fuck how empty it is. Honestly, I really couldn't care less. But I do expect the new enemies, and maybe Illuvials and things, to fill these spaces in some way and really fill out the gameplay loop of this upcoming vertical slice. Now, I hope they can reuse the space and the labyrinth for multiple bosses. I hope there's some level of procedural generation there, because really, if you're going through the same map and finding the same Mephisto boss thing at the end every single time, I expect that to get old pretty quickly. But I'm hoping, and I know the team is really good at this sort of stuff, because we've seen a lot of Breach gameplay that leverages this quite well. I'm hoping there's some level of procedural generation in here to make it more interesting, nuanced, and highly replayable, which would be really exciting for me. I don't think that'll come in the vertical slice, but as long as I've got that at the back of their mind, perfectly fine. I hope you learned something today. Please subscribe for more content and check out this video if Illuvium is still worth it in 2025.